Okay, guys, real quick. I just want to make sure everybody is comfortable with everything in the sprint. We've talked about all the things over and over again, and still getting a lot of questions, which is fine. But I just want to make sure that I'm adding to the warm up. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I'm just going to add these two things. And one is to start now doing your 12, excuse me, I'm burping over my thing. Hi, Catherine. Doing your 12 and 12. At least do the 12 and 12. Okay? Hi, Corey again. Just do the 12 and 12. So that's 12 hours of fasting, 12 hours of feasting, right? And then if you're already there, if you're already comfortable with that, let's see if you can push it out to 13, 14 hours, okay, of fasting. So I'm just inviting you into this place to just, let's see what it's fun to see what we're made of, isn't it? It's just a fun thing to do. So that's one. The other thing is drinking that vinegar water. The vinegar and water is just, it's really fascinating how it really helps with digestion. It'll help clear your skin. You can just Google that about drinking some apple cider vinegar and just see all the benefit. There's like 30 benefits that go with it. But it is the biggest thing that I'm doing here with it. It is a regulator of blood sugar. It helps with insulin sensitivity. So especially if you're a diabetic, then that's what's going to really help you out quite a bit. All right. So does anyone have any questions while I sit here and drink my smoothie? And anything else that you want to ask about? Nope. Okay. That's good. Also, I have two people on that are requesting some to be on here that I can't seem to find, and I'm just hoping. They're two guys that are trying to get on here. You don't have to mix the vinegar. You just put apple cider vinegar in the bottom of a glass, add water, and it mixes itself. Boiled eggs in the salad for protein. I'd rather you go with some meat, honestly, because if you're breaking your fast. But I mean, that is a backup. You could do two boiled eggs if you want to, in lieu of doing the 3 to 6 ounces of protein. So if we're doing the fast, 12-hour fast from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., can I have tea at 8 p.m.? As long as it's plain tea, yes. And watch the caffeine too. You don't want to be drinking caffeinated tea at 8 p.m., right? Yeah. But yes, as long as it's plain tea. You can have plain tea as much as you want all during the day. Just watch the caffeine. And not that caffeine's evil. It's certainly not evil. But you don't want to be having excessive caffeine. You want to be able to sleep. Oh, look at that. Brenda's going to start tomorrow. That's fine. Let me see. What does she say? I'm going to start tomorrow as my youngest son turns 18 Sunday. No cake, but we'll eat out. I'll do my best to order. Let me see. Within parameters. Yeah. Well, you know what you can do right now, and I will help you on this, Brenda, is call the restaurant, tell them you're on a program. Joanne, it's there. It's all there. It's a tablespoon of vinegar to the 8 to 12 ounces of water. It's right there in the sprint, promise. Let's see. Where is it? You can call the restaurant. You can also look at their menu online, and you can be prepared. I always like doing that because you don't need that. Then you've already set your mind. You've got you pre-prepared. You've already you already know. Okay, I can have this salad. I can have this meat or whatever, and there you go. You're done. I love that. Don't you like that? I love I love having things set up so that I don't have to think. Don't make me think. Just let me go in there and go navigate, successfully. Great. I will have the 6 ounce, filet mignon and eat half. And I will have the grilled. And can you bring me a slice of butter? I want some butter on the side for that. And I will take the grilled vegetables, steamed vegetables. I will take the spinach salad or whatever. And there you are. And there you are. And you're done. How easy is that? Okay, so that's all I'm saying about that. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep it simple, easy for you. These are habits that we need to start developing. When we start developing these habits, then things start to change because now, excellent and perfect. Now we're excellent, now we can go and just, it's a done deal. There's no like fear factor involved. And then if you look online and you see they don't have anything that you want, or it's a problem, or whatever, you call the restaurant ahead of time. Just say, look, I'm on this specific plan and this is what I need. Can you accommodate me? Otherwise, change the restaurant if you can, But we're never going to be held hostage by a bag of bread, right? Or a basket of bread. Don't bring it to the table, or keep it on that end of the table, please. We're never going to be held hostage again by a dish of lasagna. This is what you need to. This is the thing you need to understand. You are in control, and the more control you take ahead of time, the more able you are to execute on that, and the more able you are starting to stay on top of it. There's just no question about what you need to do. You already know. You walk in there prepared. I like that. It's like, soldiers don't just go into battle. They know what they're going into. They're prepared. They've got all their stuff. They've trained for it. They've got everything. And then they go into battle with all the things. They're not saying, oh my gosh, I should have known. Oh, I didn't know there was going to be this, that, and the other thing. No, they've studied the plan. They've got a strategy. We need to have strategies. We need to be those women of excellence, those powerful women. There you go. She asked for extra veggies instead of the pommes frites. Aha. And she took some ribeye home for the sprint. Excellent. Good job. Susan's asking, will a diet with too much sugar cause sleep problems? It'll cause every kind of problem you can think of. It'll cause problems with anxiety, depression, sleep. It'll ruin your teeth. It'll ruin your brain. It'll ruin your body. Too much sugar is evil. Evil, evil, evil. Sugar is out to take you out. If you look, 60 Minutes did a thing on this, and I think you can even find it online. 60 Minutes did an expose on sugar that's not to be missed. And there's a documentary as well that I can't remember the name of, that I know Mark Hyman was a part of, and it's on Netflix. But it's interesting because sugar is an industry that is a scary industry to be around, and they'll do things to manipulate things. So all the big food people will. So just be careful of that. And sugar is addictive. And like I said, 60 Minutes did a whole thing on there, and they did a scan of somebody on sugar and a scan of somebody on heroin. Their brains looked exactly the same. It's as addictive as all get out, and you got to get rid of it. If you have an issue, pulling out my bag of tricks. Do I have this here? Yes. Look, L-glutamine, right? This is highly recommended. If you have a sugar issue, you can take this stuff, and I'm going to show it to you, a little show and tell, if I can find the scoop. Okay, L-glutamine, all it is an amino acid, okay? And I recommend a scoop of this, and you take it and you can put it in a little dish, right? And I don't have a little dish. I'm gonna give you a demo. Wet your finger with water, whatever. Take it, look, there it is. Teeth, tongue, gums. Wipes out cravings. Wipes it out. I have a friend of mine who is a psychiatrist. She uses this with her addicted patients. Her specialty, psychiatrists are MDs, by the way. No, is that right? Yes, psychiatrists are MDs. Psychologists are not. She's an MD, so she understands the physiology of the body. This stops cravings. And most cravings are funny things. They come from the same place, and it's different things that you crave, and you have different, outcomes. You've seen people who are jonesing for, a heroin fix or whatever, but this is a little bit different. But the point is that if you have a craving, and if you're hooked on sugar and you're having a difficulty with it, and cravings have a tendency to come up into your brain, and it's the only thing that you can think of. I know what it's like to be hooked on something. Believe me, I've told you my M&M story. So I understand about sugar. Getting sugar out is going to allow you to not get obsessive about your cravings and have that take up all of your brain. And it will also help correct some of these things like can't sleep, aches and pains, all of that. And it also, sugar is, it squeezes out eating nutrient dense food because you're getting, satisfied with food that has nothing to help you with. So that's all. I want to get you to the place of really getting rid of all that sugar. Catherine asks, this is a good one, Catherine. I'm going to tell you a story. Are multivitamins good for you? Do they absorb? It depends. Okay, you guys know that I am absolutely 100% hell-bent on you having good supplements. If you're going to take any supplements at all, make sure you're taking something that is batch tested, pharmaceutical grade, and you're not just taking any kind of crap that you can get off Swanson Vitamins or Amazon or anywhere else. I'm going to tell you a story. A friend of mine who is a doctor, and he's actually the doctor that Marla and I were talking about with how body clutter came to be in the first place. And he is a friend of ours, and he was talking about bad vitamins, which there is a lot of bad vitamins out there. And he had one of his patients actually owned a Porta-John company. And so Dr. Neil, as we called him, was having this conversation telling him, he was waiting for the guy to say, oh my gosh, your supplements cost so much, but he didn't have to have that conversation. So, Dr. Neil's saying, so here's the supplement I want you to take. Now, I know you can probably find others that are cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And he said, no, you don't have to explain this to me. He said, I empty Porta-Johns for a living. And he said, and do you know what I see in those Porta-Johns? He said, I see whole supplements. I know 1-a-day vitamins when I see them because it's written on there, 1-a-day vitamins. He said, I've seen enough cheap supplements. I know they just come out whole. A lot of them have eneric coatings, which seems like a good idea. But if you're not digesting it, if you're not breaking it down, it's not doing anything. It's expensive. What's more expensive than a supplement that doesn't get digested, right? If you can't absorb it, you can't use it. And if you'll notice, all of our stuff is all in caps so that you can get it absorbed. And, it's one of the reasons I have L-glutamine loose. It's one of the reasons why I'm telling you no on the apple cider vinegar in capsules. I want you to get as much as you can absorbed. Yes, I believe in some multis, and yes, there are some things that I take, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't even have on my shop that I want to have on my shop. One day, I'm working on some new formulations. I have somebody that I work with who is fantastic, but at the end of the day, the thing is, supplements are supplementary to a really good dialed in diet. Your diet's everything. It's your fuel. It's your food. And this is why we are doing the Hot Melt Sprint. We're doing the Hot Melt Sprint to reset and to clean up and to bring into the forefront the nutrient-dense foods that matter, and the nutrient-dense foods that your body needs. That's the the important part. Okay. No, it's not the Sugar Film by Jamie Oliver. It's the one, let's see. Candy for a stomach ache. I've never heard of that. I would never take candy for a stomach ache. Do ginger. That helps a lot. Take a little ginger tea works. Is there a difference between glutamine and L-glutamine? No, really, no. L-glutamine is the L before it lets you know that it's an amino acid. And some people will just drop the L and call it glutamine. But you want it in loose form, and you want to make sure that it's something that's super clean. Now mine, the thing that you need to know too is that there's how many servings are there? There's 85 servings in here, people. 85. There it is. 85. So, I mean, a scoop a day in your, it also heals your gut, by the way. It helps those tiny junctures that are leaking proteins and whatever else into your body. It helps with that. It's amazing for that. And it also helps with the cravings. So, this is made from, it's a long-tailed process. It's made from fermented beets. It takes a while. It comes and it develops a protein, because that's what an amino acids are, the little things that make up proteins, right? But there are a lot out there, and you can Google it and find out yourself, but there's a lot of cheap L-glutamine out there. You can probably buy a container like this for $20, $25, but you don't know the source of it. It could be from China, it could be made from duck feathers or human hair even. So I'm sorry, but that's just not permissible to me. I want to have something that's something clean to eat, and I want to know that it's pharmaceutical grade. It's been tested, each batch tested for efficacy. Because why would you take a bunch of stuff that you don't even know if it's going to work? Because it hasn't been tested, because it isn't clean, It's GMP compliant facility. You need that. That means that it's a clean machine. You need to be looking at that on all your supplement containers. All right? What else do we have here? Brenda's having a difference. Okay. That should help everybody. If you have any other questions, instead of posting it here, if you have any other questions, instead of posting it here in this Facebook Live thing, post it separately as a separate post. I'll see it, because sometimes I can't see them all, and I just want to make sure that I'm on it, okay? If you have any questions. So get back to your Friday, and I will see you all probably for tea time with Marla. And there you go. Thanks again. Bye.